I'm Terrence.
And here are the goods. After another 2 weeks! Hey, you know what?
We really do love doing this show.
Thanksgiving break, Justice League, Coco, all these movies are killing me at work. Give me a break.
All right. We do love doing this show, so don't think that we forgot about you guys.
Absolutely. And Matt, this is for you. He's like, hey man, you gonna do any goods?
Yeah, no, right? Exactly.
We're horrible. We suck, Matt. I'm sorry. A guy named Matt. I love him. All right, here we go. Box office. Coco's second week, number one, $26 million. Now here's the freaking thing I love about this movie. One, 171 million worldwide, doing really good, but 54 million of it came from Mexico,
They came out to support the movie.
Hell yeah, man. Biggest Mexican movie of all time. A little movie called Coco has beaten the Avengers.
Wow.
In Mexico as the
in Mexico.
number one movie of all time in Mexico.
I was about to say, man, what kind of money did this movie make?
It made $54 million beating Avengers.
They count that in pesos.
And chamoy. Jalapenos. All right, anyway, so yeah. Number one, 26 mil. Number
Impressive,
two, Justice League. Not that bad of a drop. Still got a long way to go. It's grossed over $500 million.
This movie needs to make $1 billion, sir.
This movie needs to make at least a little bit profitable, which we'll talk about later. At least over $700 million. It has to make because of.
Is it already out in China?
I believe it is.
It ain't making it. If China didn't save this movie, nothing will.
Yeah. So 16.5 million. Still's got a long way to go to be profitable, but you know what?
When they do the Snyder Cut, that's what's going to help it make that money back, because everybody wants to see the Snyder Cut.
But the Snyder, and we'll talk about that too, but more than likely that'll be way long down the road. Number three, Wonder, $12.5 million. Not bad for a little movie that came out of nowhere. Wonder with the little boy.
I wonder what this movie is, because I have no idea what that movie is.
It's based on a book. It's based on true events.
I'll read.
All right, that's what but very, very heartwarming movie. Very sad, but very good. So
obviously, I didn't see it.
Number four, Thor Ragnarok, still in the top five.
That movie
came out in November 3rd, November 4th.
I mean, it's a funny movie. It's a really good movie. It's not an action
comedy.
It's not an action movie, but it's a funny comedy.
Well, 9.6 million already for Thor for the week. Still holding strong. It's holding a hell of a lot better than Doctor Strange did last year, in my opinion. But
yeah.
And ending the top five is Daddy's Home 2, 7.5. Never seen it. I started watching Daddy's Home 1 and then.
Well, you might as well just skip the 2.
I have no idea what's going on, dude.
It's a bunch of dads, and it's got Marky Mark, and it's got Will Ferrell,
and
good enough.
Marky Mark with John Cena.
And Marky Mark with John Cena.
All right, next week, or this coming week actually, is Just Getting Started with Tommy Lee Jones, Rene Russo, and Morgan Freeman, in a story about people that nobody cares about.
I will not see.
It's gonna do absolutely nothing. Only wide release, I swear.
What's funny is that they feel that these actors can still carry a movie by themselves. They feel like the names are big enough that people are still going to come out and see these films. They're gonna be sadly mistaken when nobody comes to watch.
But when you got movies like Going in Style and Las Vegas, which Las Vegas at least had a little bit of a better cast. But
I mean, are they gonna be killing people in this film?
No,
it's not Jerry action.
No, and it's not Jerry action. And it's not Morgan Freeman, reading me a bedtime story.
I mean, because if we get like Morgan Freeman from Wanted in this film, then I'm on it. Let's go see that.
Lucius Fox from Dark Knight. I'd be all right.
Lucius didn't do nothing.
Alrighty then, never mind.
He's sitting there and wearing a suit. That's it. Give me Morgan Freeman from Wanted.
Well, this is a calm before the storm before the 14th, because 14th, that's when Last Jedi premieres, and that is going to be all. Oh man!
Can't wait.
Scary day.
Just can't wait for it. Hopefully my prediction comes true.
What's that?
About Rey's lineage.
That it was Kylo that put her there?
Yeah.
That's a week. All right, anyway.
Wow.
Check out Terrence's Rey theory.
Yes.
He actually did it when we first started, like episode 4, I believe it was, of The Goods, and he had this already like over 2,000 views on this thing. Of everybody telling you you're wrong.
When I'm right, I'm gonna post that video everywhere. Go ahead, move on, sir. Let's not get.
All right. Well, Coco was number one, and one of the things that is actually was trying to drive it when it was first marketed was the Frozen short of Olaf, the snowman from Frozen.
Right. Okay.
And the experiment, pretty much failed because everybody is Netflix just freaking blasted this idea because it is a 22-minute short. And you have these Pixar shorts like Birds or For the Birds and all this stuff that's like 5 minutes here.
Yeah.
Nothing, but they're really
something they run before the film.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, this time they put this movie out that everybody thought was going to be that type of short. No, it was a 22-minute feature.
Before a movie?
Before the movie. So you have to sit pretty much 15-20 minutes of trailers.
You're like, wait, is this the movie?
Yeah. 15-20 minutes of trailers. And then another 20 minutes of Olaf, and then you went to watch Coco.
So it's like what, like a 3-hour runtime that we're looking at now?
It was 225.
Oh wow, it's crazy.
Well, it's been pulled.
Yeah, because it's taking too long. One, it's costing theaters money by lessening the number of showings they can get out.
Yeah, that's very true. Because we were only putting up like 4 shows up print, and
it's like you can get another show out of there if you take out the 20 minutes.
Exactly. People took to social media and were pissed at Disney
that they took it out.
No, they were pissed at Disney because they actually had it in there. That they had it in there in the first place. Pretty much before Coco started, they basically waited, like I said before, 40 minutes to watch the movie. Originally, this short was actually supposed to be like a TV show.
Okay.
Like on Disney Network or ABC.
Like a pilot or something like that.
No, not a TV show, I'm sorry. Like a special, a holiday special.
Oh, okay, I see it.
It was supposed to be a holiday special, but instead, I guess, let's try it. And they put it in front of Coco and how about
Don't they know the attention span of kids? It's like, it's hard enough to get them it's hard enough to get them to sit still for an hour and a half and watch a movie. Now you want them to sit still for 2.5 hours and watch a movie?
Exactly. And then, I gotta go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
I'm hungry.
Yeah, exactly. Like running down the aisles and stuff.
So do you think after this experience, you think that the animated short is over?
No, they just will not do 22 minutes again. That's over. It's like they're never gonna do that again. It was like it's gonna be the next one you're gonna get. It's gonna be like 30 seconds. You're gonna see like some walk on screen and you're gonna see credits. That's all you're gonna see.
One of the things that kind of sucks about it is, if you really think about it, is how they put a white character in front of the Mexican movie and no, I'm just kidding.
Real racial stare.
No, I'm just kidding. No, I think that it kind of kills the Frozen franchise a little bit if you really think about it, because they're gonna have
the Olaf character is not like moving stuff.
No, I just think that because everybody's was so upset about this feature before this movie that Frozen 2 is going to be coming out in a couple of years. That it might have a kind of like a sour taste.
No, kids love Frozen.
I don't know.
It's like what they should have did is that they should have just waited until the damn video came out and just added it to that, like a mini movie. Yeah, exactly.
I agree with you 100%. So hopefully, now with the shorter runtime, because it starts this Friday actually, or this past Friday, and then it won't have it no more. So hopefully we can,
hopefully we can make more money in theaters, minus the 20 minutes, and kids can now stop bugging their parents because they're ready to go home. Wanted to.
Oh man. Anyway, well, that was a little bit too long and people hated it. Well, something that was a little too short that people want it to be longer is Justice League.
Why?
All right. Now,
didn't you get enough in that movie?
Justice League is done. It's done fairly well. It's done okay. Didn't meet the expectations of the studios by no means.
All right.
Of course not. Lowest grossing.
Wonder Woman beat it. Come on, man.
Lowest grossing DC for the 3 days of 90.
Man of Steel beat it. Wonder Woman beat it. Suicide Squad beat this movie.
Yeah. Not even close to BVS. BVS was 166 million in 3 days, and this one was 93 million with all of these characters.
So I guess they didn't have a Suicide Squad.
What, we some kind of Suicide Squad?
Fans did create the petition for the Zack Snyder cut.
Okay.
That was a hell of a lot more darker. And
so the moody stuff that they complained about in BVS,
exactly,
they want back in Justice League.
Exactly.
Nah, they don't want that. See, we had this conversation before when we were talking about.
You don't hate Batman versus.
No, we were talking about with you don't hate Superman Returns. We're talking about like people don't want what they want. They just like saying stuff when they didn't get when the thing that they got wasn't the thing that they wanted. If that makes sense. So when we were looking at Superman Returns, everybody kept saying it was like, oh man, I wanted a Superman and I wanted to be like Christopher Reeves. So we gave you a Superman like Christopher Reeves, and we gave you a story that didn't have a lot of action like the original Superman, didn't have a lot of action to the very end. People hated the movie. Okay, they gave them exactly what they wanted. People hated the movie. Okay, so if they give you a dark, gloomy Justice League, you're going to hate that movie. You're like, oh, I wish it was fun and light. It had a whole bunch of jokes. So they gave you a movie with a bunch of lightness and jokes and stuff, and you still didn't like the movie.
And you're one of those people. Okay, anyway, so 200 250,000 signatures were put on this petition for the Zack Snyder cut.
Right.
All right. Many of the scenes.
You don't want this movie. You don't want this movie. I don't know why they even did this petition. Nobody wants this movie.
Are just scenes because WB claims that there's not enough content to actually make a full cut.
Yes, because he didn't finish the movie.
He didn't finish the movie. So everything that he's directed are probably pieces here, and there.
There's gonna be a few scenes where where it went one way, it's gonna go a different way, and then once you look at it, it's gonna feel disjointed because you're still gonna get Joss Whedon stuff because he finished the movie, so you're still gonna get all his stuff, and now it's gonna feel even more like a bunch of Zack Snyder with a little bit of Joss Whedon, as opposed to where it's like, okay, that was Zack Snyder, that was Joss Whedon, and I can see the influence, and now it's just gonna be like Zack Snyder, Whedon for the rest of the movie. And it's gonna feel so disjointed and you're not gonna like it at all. Just kind of like they were talking about releasing the Suicide Squad other version, the original director's cut to that one. But
director's cut to what?
To Suicide Squad. The releasing that original version, and people kept saying, it's like, oh, I want to see what that was going to be like, because the one where they made it more fun and more colorful didn't quite pan out the way that they wanted it to do. And trust me, you don't want to see that one either. But they changed it for a reason.
But the shift in tone on in Suicide Squad was far more noticeable than it was in Justice League.
I think it was way noticeable in Justice League.
I didn't really see that. The thing that I got with Justice League, and real quick because there's more I gotta get into, was you say Whedon and Snyder, right? I got Whedon, Snyder, and Burton. Because they added the music. The music was. I hated the music sometimes.
I didn't like the Tim Burton score for Batman. I don't think it fits him.
No, I thought that was okay. The Superman one I'll always love because that
just stood out. I was like, wait,
John Williams score is.
Am I hearing this song?
I said it in our video. You can check out the video that I did with Art, and we're talking about it. How freaking the crooks are going up the stairs right before Wonder Woman beats them up, and they're doing that little Tim Burton-y type of boom 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 type of.
Oh yeah,
yeah. That music was horrible. I love you, Danny Elfman, but no. Anyway,
Mister, I wish they'd give you back the John Williams score. Yeah.
John Williams. Danny Elfman is not John Williams. All right.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, you got me.
All right. So here's some of the scenes that were deleted. Okay. This is the scenes that would have made it longer, maybe a little bit different. Right. So the longer opening. Okay. So basically, the Batman recruiting Aquaman. I guess that's the beginning.
Yes.
In the original.
Which I felt like they did cut that up.
Yeah. So that was the beginning of it. Okay. Barry Allen saving Iris.
Oh yeah, I heard that they cut that scene.
They cut that scene. Green Lantern, Zeus, and Ares. There's some scenes with those guys. They're not in there.
Like when they showed the first Green Lantern. Okay, oh, that's fine.
Steppenwolf talks to the mother box. His mother's essence is in the box.
I don't want to see that.
Okay, so that's in there. Victor Stone's early life.
Wait. Is his mother named Martha?
Why did you say that name?
It's his mother named Martha. Then I want to see the scene. If he was like Martha.
The Martha box.
The Martha box. Hashtag Martha box.
All right, Victor Stone's early life before he became cyborg.
I wanted to see that, and they cut that out of the film too.
Yeah, the football stuff.
I wanted to see that.
Okay. The whole team visits the Batcave.
He was like, hey, look at this big penny and this dinosaur over in the corner. Okay. Batcave reference.
Okay. Deathstroke breaks Lex out of prison.
Okay, they never explain how he got out. That would have been, but do you want that or do you want the post-credit scene? Spoiler alert. Do you want the post-credit scene? Do you want the post-credit scene of them talking about the Legion of Doom or Injustice or the Injustice League or whatever you want to call it? Or do you want to see him get broken out? Do you want to spoil that early, or did you like?
I would like to break out Lex out of prison as
the post-credit doesn't make any sense anymore if they show that. Okay, just show him get. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, make a longer post-credit.
Yeah, longer post-credit, or break it down the way they did. Like fucking Guardian of the Galaxy had 5 post-credit scenes.
True. Okay.
All right. Costner comes back in a cameo.
Who?
Kevin Costner. He's Paul Kent, remember?
Oh, God.
So he comes back as a cameo.
No, we already seen Ghost Kevin Costner already.
Force Ghost.
Force Ghost. No, it's Fortress of Solitude Ghost.
There you go. Anyway, so Why he comes back and Russell Crowe doesn't, I don't know. But anyway,
No, snap.
that's his real dad.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't think. Well, you're like busy by your fake dad.
It's like I don't even play the crystals anymore.
Anyway, so and finally the dark side ending. It's very similar to the ending with Thanos in Avengers.
Does he sit in a chair? Does he turn around, look at the screen,
And
with his face?
just smiles.
Yeah.
So so dark side is actually introduced.
I think that would be, but the
To
way
take care of the Kryptonian.
the way the CGI looked in it, they were just gonna screw it up, and it was like, because they rushed the CGI out, and it was like it would have made Darkseid look horrible.
Okay, so out of all of those scenes that I mentioned, and you guys can comment down below what scene too.
Right.
Out of all those scenes, what scene do you think should have been in the
We should have got more of Cyborg.
more Cyborg? You think?
We should have got more of the origin. We should have got more of that, because basically it was like, hey, I'm Cyborg. And now his origin is that stupid scene in BVS, the stupid web clips that Wonder Woman was looking at. That's his origin at this point. That's so dumb. I don't want that to be his origin. The only thing
USB origins.
that, and they RoboCopped it where it was like, hey, we're gonna give you the suit that you hate that's not really Cyborg's suit, and then at the very end for like 2 seconds, we're gonna show you the real suit that he should have been in the whole movie.
Oh, you know the scene where the freaking thing comes down.
Yeah.
That wasn't in the movie either.
Yeah, they took that out. Yeah,
Yeah,
so,
they took that out too.
More of
Cyborg.
him. Yeah.
I would have gone with the Saving Iris. The Barry Allen Saving Iris.
I don't even see that now.
Just
It waits for the Flash movie for that.
But that's just it, though. I mean, when you know,
If the Flash movie ever comes out,
maybe
they
those
keep
two.
losing directors.
Maybe those two. Maybe those two. Because Aquaman's already got his solo movie. It comes out next year. Okay, fine. Wonder Woman's already got her origin. Man of Steel, the same thing. Batman, more or less.
Cyborg's not getting an origin film.
Yes, he is. He's getting an origin.
They can't even keep a director for the Flash film. Cyborg ain't getting no damn origin film.
Well, I would have taken those two.
Brothers
scenes.
ain't got not one thing in the DCEU. He ain't giving us no.
You got the Dark Knight.
That's the only thing Brothers got in this whole universe right now. And it's like, look, they're not giving him his own movie. They've already established him as a character. They're gonna go back in time like they did with Wonder Woman. They're gonna keep doing this back in time. You know, I was doing all this extra stuff, you know, when all these things were going on, but didn't tell you guys about it, and nobody else knew about it, and was never talked about on TV. They're not gonna keep doing it if they do. That's dumb. Don't do that. But so
Here's what I'm curious about, okay? Because you talk about that. Wonder Woman 2 is coming out, and they want Chris Pine back. That he's aged. He's dead. He blew up in a freaking plane.
she saved. She caught him in the air.
She's dead. He's dead. There is no.
She caught him in the air.
coming back.
She caught it like she could run fast and jump, hide, stuff like she caught him in the air and she saved him and stuff like that. Now another scene might be the more Green Lantern, because I would like to say, like, if they show the Green Lanterns, maybe Alan Scott,
When it comes
the
to the
original
team-
Green Lantern.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so show me him. That'd be awesome.
When it comes to the team, the Justice League team, I would have liked, like you said, a little bit more Cyborg, a little bit more Flash. I would have gone with those scenes. But the Dark Side scene kind of is. I'm curious.
The CGI is gonna be bad.
Of that
You're gonna be
ending,
like,
of
that's
what
what
that
Darkseid
ending
looks
would have been like. I just think that they're rushing it. They're rushing it.
They've
back.
been rushing it since it
Justice League
started.
should have never even been made yet.
They should have focused on more origin. Once again, I made this whole point when they were first talking about this, and everybody was like, no, just let them go to a Justice League film. That way we don't have to sit through a bunch of origin films. Let's just say that they're there. We all know who these characters are. And now we're reaping it, and like, oh, yeah, they should have did origin films.
Right, and you look at, you know what? We'll get into it right now.
All right.
Marvel built it up beautifully. They had probably 17, 18 movies to get into right before you got into Infinity War. Okay?
Oh, in total.
In total. Okay? Build it up nice when you had Iron Man, Incredible Hulk, Thor. I think Thor was the last one right before Avengers, right?
Like Ragnarok?
No. I'm talking about the
Dark World?
original Avengers.
Before the original?
Yeah,
what
it was those
it?
3 or 4 movies, I think it was, before
Was it
you got to
Thor?
Avengers. I believe so.
I'd have to go back and look. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe even Guardians.
Fact check this,
I
Joe.
don't remember. But anyway, so you got that. Then you had a little bit more after that for Phase 2. You got that. Okay, now all of this buildup, pretty much to your point, is, you know, with all these origin stories and all that, all this buildup to Infinity War.
Right.
And the Avengers Infinity War trailer hit last week.
Okay.
It was released November 29th, and it was so big that NBC had to post the Matt Lauer firing on air to combat it because they couldn't keep up with ABC because it premiered on November 29th during Good Morning America. Hilarious! hilarious, bold move today, show. Anyway, so this.
Sorry, Matt.
Sorry, Matt. This trailer created 500 conversations on social media.
Yeah, it's like broke records and stuff.
Yeah.
That beat Star Wars.
Beating the Star Wars 208,000 conversations that were on social media. All right, it is currently the most viewed on YouTube, beating the It trailer with 230 million views. With me today, 232 million views. So the It trailer was like number one for a while, so now it's like number one. Okay, you saw the trailer. I saw the trailer.
Right.
What did you think of the trailer?
The Infinity War trailer.
Yes.
Okay. Wow. You know what? We've been gone so long. I forgot that we hadn't already talked about it.
We have not talked about
We have not talked about this. I'm actually really excited about this. I mean, everything's kind of sporadic, and obviously it looks like there's things going on all over the place. And I'm kind of glad about that because I really thought for a moment it was going to be like, hey, we're all in just New York, and the whole fate of the universe is based out of one little city on planet Earth that not everybody's even been through. So I like how the Guardians are still off in space, Thor is still off in space, things are happening in Africa because we need to see brothers, and things are happening all over the place, guys, and that means.
See, you don't have it in DC, you have it in Marvel.
Yeah, I have it in Marvel. All right, so anyway,
Iron Man by BET, Black Panther.
I like the fact that things are happening all over, and I guess that even if you think about it, we can see whatever impact they're happening in the Netflix shows and all the smaller parts of New York where all the rest of the MCU is not at. So I like that aspect of it, and when they do show Thanos on screen, it doesn't even really look like they're on Earth anymore, and if they are on Earth, they're in like another part of the world again because it looks really, really desolate and stuff like that.
Well, it looks like the damage has already been done, like
that he's done.
And this is the aftermath, and he's walking into the aftermath where, like you said, it's all, dust and all this damage is all around him. So
the other thing I did like about it too is that we obviously get to see that he will get some of the Infinity Stones. So it's not going to be like, oh, I'm going to fight you, get no stones, and then in the next movie I'm going to get all 5 stones. Yeah.
Well, here's a couple things that stood out for me. Vision looking like human.
Look human. Yeah, that was weird.
With the yellow stone.
It's weird. I got to look that up. I don't remember ever him having like a human outfit.
Paul Bettany's like, man, do I gotta put that on again?
That's probably what it was. I don't want to wear the outfit anymore.
Look, if Jennifer Lawrence can do it, I can do it. All right, so there was that. Hulkbuster returns.
Yeah, there's things online where people were talking about that it may not be Tony Stark inside the Hulkbuster, but it actually might be Banner. Because he doesn't want to turn into Hulk anymore because he won't get to come back.
I've not seen Thor Ragnarok, so don't tell me nothing.
Who are you?
I'm a busy man. That's what I am. All right. Thor with an eye patch.
Well, because you have not seen Ragnarok. There's a reason for that.
I know for sure there is. Black Widow with blonde hair.
I mean,
how many freaking hairstyles is this woman gonna have?
She has a great hairdresser.
I don't like the blonde hair.
Why?
I just don't like.
Did you ever see that movie? And then
Lucy, yes, I know. She looked great in Lucy.
I was gonna say the movie she did with dude from Looper.
Oh, Don John. But that's straight hair. This is like soccer mom blonde hair.
You wouldn't. If she was a hot soccer mom?
Well, moving on. That's a different trend. Anyway, all right.
Hot soccer mom killer.
Thanos, put your helmet back on.
Well, they do that whole thing. It was like they'll put it on just to say like, hey, we had a helmet, and then he's gonna take it off. Same way they did with Loki.
I don't like it without the.
You don't like it without the helmet? You really want to see that helmet the whole movie? God, no.
You get to see the gauntlet.
Yeah, you got to see him wear the gauntlet. I mean, they could have cheaped out and said that he didn't wear the gauntlet until he was actually ready to use it. At least he was freaking wearing it.
Yeah, what they do to Vision. You can see it looks like it's Loki's staff that's taking the Mind Stone off to put that on. So that looks pretty cool.
So will we lose Vision in this movie?
Maybe, possibly. He already lost his color. All right, so Spider-Man.
That's exactly what the white man does to you.
Getting racial, sir. Getting racial. Spider-Man in the Iron Spider suit.
Yeah, that's cool. I
dug it.
I would like to see the little spider limb things that from the comic book, but I don't think they're gonna do that.
I honestly believe, I honestly believe that he is the standout again. I think Tom Holland is going to stand out again in this movie.
He had no lines. He got beat up.
He's awesome. He just looks. It just looks.
He got beat up.
That is the biggest thing that I took from that is Spider-Man. Okay. He looked awesome.
All right.
So I just think that he's going to be the possible standout again.
Okay.
Possibly.
Hopefully.
All right. Guardians. Finally, and I loved it that they put the Guardians at the end. I thought that
they're finally
really
officially in the MCU.
I thought it was really, really smart. Now, here's a brand new meme that is just going on everywhere, and that's get this man a.
Oh, from John Wick.
Black Panther when he says get this man his shield.
Yeah,
a shield, right?
That was from John Wick, though.
Oh well, he's saying that like there's memes everywhere. Like get this man.
It was originally from John Wick.
I don't think the MCU got that from.
They did.
Black Panther watch John.
It was like get this man a gun. That's where it came from.
I'm telling you that. Forget it. All right. Anyway,
they should be suing. Cool Breeze, get on the phone right now, man. They owe you money. With you and Morpheus, get on the phone right now.
With him saying that, get this man a shield, and Cap comes out. Does that mean that Captain America is in Black Panther?
No.
Why? He's in Wakanda. Why would he not be in Black Panther?
He just showed up. Why? It's like he chilled for a whole movie with no shield. It was like I would be mad. If I was Cap, I was like, oh, dude, you gonna bring out the shield now? I've been here fighting in Black Panther this whole time. You don't give me no shield. It was like, well, you just waiting. It was like when you got tired of waiting. It was right for you.
Oh, man.
You gonna hold on to my shield? You've been sitting here with my You've been sitting here with my best friend, Bucky, locked in ice this whole time. And it's like, and that they hold out a shield. Look, well, if anything, it'll be Winter Soldier that's going to be in Black Panther. If anything.
If any of those between those two,
yeah, it's going to be Winter Soldier and Black Panther. If anything,
we'll see. All right. Okay, so for you, what was your? First of all, the thing looks epic. I cannot wait for to see this damn movie. What did you get from this trailer? What was the biggest thing for you to stand out?
Like I said, the scope was just. I like the fact that it's not going to be like, oh, like I said, this whole big cosmic thing happens in one city on Earth. It's a little bit bigger than that. I actually like that. I'm actually a big fan of how they with Thanos with no helmet. I'm cool with it, and I like that how big he is in the proportions, and it looked like that he is a viable threat, and that it would be something hard for them to take down. Bigger threat than Ultron, a bigger threat than Loki and the Chitauri. So it seems like this is something that they're going to need.
Chitauri's in it.
Yeah, well, that's the Black Order. I think is what it's. Yeah, they're in it. So and then they have these little creatures or something like that. I was looking at it online. Though it's not the Chitauri, it's some other creature.
Is it the Porg?
Sure. And I hope they kill them too. I like what they did with Thanos. Like I said, I like that he seems to be a bigger threat than what they've already faced so far. They've basically upped the stakes.
Yeah, it looks amazing. So amazing that I heard this comment in Twitter. So I put out a poll out there. No, not that one. I put out a different poll, and the poll was
joke never gets old.
Justice League. What's better, Justice League movie or Infinity War trailer?
You know what's funny? Infinity War trailer has more views.
Infinity War 80 to 20.
It had more views. And if you think about the monetization on it, it probably made more money.
No reshoots required.
No reshoots required.
Oh man.
Mustache can stay.
Mustache can stay, Cap. For beard, mustache. Oh man. You know what? Here's some freaking news that just came out. And it was just absolutely awesome. Quentin Tarantino, or Deadline reports that the sources have come out that Quentin Tarantino has come up with an idea for a new Star Trek. He had lunch with Abrams. He pitched it to them. He loved it. Took them to Paramount. They love it.
Okay.
So what do you think about possibly Star Trek 3, The Search for More Money, Star Trek 3 being directed by Quentin Tarantino?
It's going to be interesting. And I can't imagine Quentin Tarantino doing a PG-13 movie. I don't know how they're going to do that. Well, his dialogue is rated R and everything. It's like I've never seen. If there's a PG-13 movie that Quentin Tarantino directed, please let me know because I would love to see that.
He's done TV. He's done a lot of TV, and obviously you have the network censors and all that.
So they cut that. Trust me, it was in there. They cut it out before it made it.
You doubt his ability as a director of just flat out.
He can direct a good movie. I just don't know if he would want to do PG-13 content.
Well, he does, obviously. I don't want to.
It was like what? Motherfucker's not it's not a PG-13 movie.
Okay.
It's like, wait, when do we get R? Can I get one of them in before we get R?
Bones, you and Scotty and that guy in the red shirt. Motherfucker, I ain't going nowhere.
It's
I'm wearing a red shirt.
It's even better, dude. It's like, Scotty, we need more warp drive. Kirk, I'm doing everything I can. The warp drive, they can't motherfucking do.
Let's fuck it. All right. They're gonna assemble a writer's room with J.J. Abrams on board as possibly a producer or executive producer, because he's right now currently
basically getting a check for doing nothing.
No,
he's a check for doing nothing.
He's doing episode 9.
Okay.
Hello. So he's doing episode 9, so he's more likely he can't not do the Star Trek show.
Getting a check for doing nothing.
So now Tarantino's got his really, really impressive filmography. When you got movies like Pulp Fiction and Jackie Brown, Kill Bill, the westerns. I mean, the way he's grasped the old school way of filmmaking with Django, with some of the Kill Bill, like especially Kill Bill 1 with the Oriental and the Asian and all that, films from back in the day, blaxploitation films, and what he did with Jackie Brown, with that kind of looking at as far as the dialogue is concerned and how he approaches filmmaking, since the Star Trek show was in the 60s and 70s. Hell yeah, I'm on board with it. I think that he would do a great job. Artistically and dialogue-wise, I think he'd be great.
It would be more Star Trek-y because less things would happen, and it would be more talky. The dialogue would be great,
right,
but it would be heavily dialogued film and less action. Somebody's gonna have to come. He's gonna have to get somebody in to do these space battles, because when was the last time you seen a Quentin Tarantino space battle?
But if he, well, never. But if he approaches Star Trek in the same passion that he approached the blaxploitation films and the love of the spaghetti westerns. No, I'm talking about just the passion.
Okay.
I'm talking about the passion for the content.
Okay.
You know you have to admit that freaking Django was like, how he approached that whole thing, and Jackie Brown too. Mm-hmm. I mean, his passion, you could see it.
Yeah.
And of course,
he only picks things that he is passionate about.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm just saying, like, how does this fit in for Trekkies? How does this fit into?
If he is passionate about Star Trek, then I think that he will approach it exactly how.
There is a saying that says that no director goes into any movie saying that I'm going to make a bad movie. Everybody's passionate about doing the movie. Everybody's passionate about doing the movie, but
right, Brandon Singer. Oh, sorry.
He was passionate about doing that movie. Everybody's passionate about doing the movie. It just didn't always turn out right. So he can be as passionate as he wants to. Whether he's the best fit for this,
what would make it fit? If it's rated R?
If it's rated R.
Star Trek, rated R. Star Trek, mother.
We get to see all those Kirk sex scenes. We get to see the red shirts really die. It was like brutally massacred and stuff like that. It was like
they go. Get the tribble.
Those away. The tribbles will eat you. They go for the away missions, and when you see a red shirt die, it was like you're gonna see the aftermath of all the blood and guts and brain on people's hands. That's gonna happen in the Quentin Tarantino Star Trek.
Samuel L. Jackson the Klingon.
Samuel L. Jackson will play Worf. That would be amazing. Give me Sam Jackson's Worf. I'm on board.
Klingon, motherfucker.
Give it to me. I'm on board. I'm on board for that.
Okay. Now, he was actually, a while back, we talked about it, that he was inching closer to retirement. And he only had 2 movies left, and, and you and I were both saying, please let it be Kill Bill 3.
Yeah,
Kill Bill 3, please. Well, obviously it's not, because it's the Manson Murders is the next one.
And Star Trek.
And possibly Star Trek, and that'll be it. Hopefully that's not the case.
I think he bows out before it actually gets there.
I think, in all honesty, if he's allowed to do Star Trek, and it's successful, I think that he would probably helm the next trilogy.
No. He's not that type of person.
There's actually.
He's not a trilogy type of person.
There's a story. There's a story from the from the Star Trek show that was it was kind of pretty intense, pretty good, serious episode, and he kind of wants to base it off of that. I don't remember the title of it. I'm sorry, but yeah, he wants to base it off that. So if he sees that there's potential there with Star Trek being a little serious too, I think that he's a great man for the job.
We'll see.
We shall see.
I don't think it's gonna happen.
Klingon motherfuckers. That's hilarious. Oh man, and WTF news.
Had to get to it.
WTF news. You know what? There's a lot of times that you got streakers and all sporting events, people that go naked and they run around naked. Why they never do it when I'm there, I don't know. But
Because you're there.
because I'm there. You know, flashing boobs, doing all that stuff. Well, and last week's Patriots-Bills game,
Okay.
a fan threw a dildo on the field.
Who picked it up?
Oh, man.
Did the refs pick it up? I mean, because I would think that, like, I'm not touching that.
The Patriots have been surrounded by controversy lately. You know, you got the Spygate, Deflategate, now Dildogate.
Right.
And and it's just freaking insane that this actually happened. Now they threw this thing right where the camera was.
How did it get through security?
It's a rubber dildo. What are you? They ain't gonna.
It was like, what did they like carry it within their pants?
Maybe they put it right here. Mind your business.
Because they check bags when you go through security.
Well, they put it right here.
Okay,
Mind your business.
That guy right there is pretty blessed there. Women following him around.
No one wanted to touch it. It was kicked off the field.
Did the kicker kick it off?
It was a different set of balls on there, but
It's like, did he kick it through the uprights?
Tom Brady was interviewed and said that he did see it and thought it was funny that the ref didn't want to touch it.
I wouldn't want to touch it either. I don't know that dildo, man. And if we're talking about how he snug it in, it's like he either snug it in his pants leg or we snug it in theirs. So how did it get through the thing? How did it get through the thing? How did it get through security is why I wouldn't have wanted to touch it. That's why. So call over one of the water boys or the towel person or whatever.
How about sex doll necks? They just throw it out.
Do me. That happens.
Oh, that happened. That's awesome. You know, it's kind of ironic that they threw a dildo out there considering the dick move that Gronkowski.
Oh. Ba-dum-bum.
Terrence, take us home.
After that amazing joke, make sure you guys like and subscribe. I don't even know how to say this anymore. Make sure you subscribe so that way you're a part of the channel and you can see all the other videos that come out. Make sure you put some comments about this whole dildo thing on the floor. Would you have picked it up? Would you have picked it up? Write that below in the comments.
Tarantino thing. Let's talk about Quentin.
No. Let's talk about the dildos. Put it below in the comments because now I'm curious.
Put the dildos below.
That's all I got.
Alrighty then. Hey, you know what? We're closely approaching 80 episodes?
Something like that. I thought we were in the 80s already.
We're closely approaching.
We're closely approaching already there.
When will we be there?
Soon.
Anyway, we're close. We're approaching 100 episodes, and we just passed our 2-year anniversary. We just want to say thank you to all you guys, Potter family, all you guys for all the support, all the comments, and all of our followers and subscribers, and all you guys that are, especially the new ones because of Mia. The Mia video, so thank you for that. But anyway, we really appreciate all the support, and we're working on new things for 2018 also, if he wants to edit, and hopefully we'll have some pretty good stuff. For Aspen and Art, wherever the hell they're at, I'm Manny.
I'm Terrence.
And that was the goods.
Oh, real quick, if you're still here, because we do these into the video little blooper things. If you're still here, look down. There's a link here for Patreon. If you guys like the show, please give us money. We'll take a penny. We'll take a nickel. We'll take a dime. We'll take $1. We have some stuff on there that we're giving away on Patreon if you do contribute, because trust me, we need help. We want to buy new equipment, and we need an editor. Somebody who doesn't have to stay up in the middle of the night. Or they'll have to stay up in the middle, but I won't have to do it. So please, down patreon.com/thegoods. It's in the link. Please do it. We appreciate it.
Top flight.